Benoni defense, modern variation, 4.Nc3 exd5 5.C exd5 d6 6.Nf3 g6. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. Both players navigated the middle game well. Opening with the queen's pawn. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. Nf3 strengthens the d4 piece and moves the knight closer to the center while exerting more control over the e5 square. e6 sets up the d7 d5 pawn push and creates openings for the bishop on the dark squares. c4 gains space on the queen side and center, and prepares to develop the knight to c3. This uses a pawn to attack the center while vying for position. d5 takes space in the center and controls the e6 and c6 squares. The bishop will be better off as a result of this. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. It is a fair deal after all captures. Recaptures. The dark squared bishop is getting ready to be fianchetto to g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. As a result, the bishop grows and gains flexibility on the long diagonal. It is the final book action. This misses a chance to mold a bishop for advancement. It is incorrect. This misses a chance to advance a rook from its starting square. It is incorrect. This ignores a safer approach to transport a bishop. It is incorrect. That falls flat. This prepares the bishop for development. It is excellent. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. It is quite good. This forces the opponent to double their pawns, which weakens their pawn structure. It is good. Backs off. It is ideal. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent avoids some of the attacking associated with opposite side castling. It is good. A rook enters the action after developing outside of its starting square as a result. It is quite good. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. The opposing bishop gets kicked by a pawn, and must now move or be captured. It is ideal. The bishop is now in a secure position. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. Very precise. It is best. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. This passes up the chance to attach a bishop to the king. It is incorrect. This loses a chance to imply that winning a pawn is possible. It is incorrect. This protects a knight who was being attacked and lacked defense. It is ideal. This defends a vulnerable pawn by pinning one of its attackers. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This strikes a rival rook. It is quite good. This ignores a more effective method for getting a rook to safety. It is incorrect. Although white lost their edge, the game is still almost evenly matched. It is incorrect. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This ignores an opportunity to add a defender to a vulnerable knight. This permits the opponent to capture the checking knight. It is an inaccuracy. Recaptures. It is ideal. This would be a missed chance to maneuver a queen to safety. It is incorrect. The bishop is now on a square that is more secure. It is ideal. This misses a chance to suggest winning a queen. It is incorrect. There was just one smart move to be made. That falls flat. This is a missed chance to imply that gaining a queen is possible. It is incorrect. By posing a threat to a knight and compelling it to flee, this wins a tempo. That's good. This defends a knight who is being attacked and is not well defended. It is ideal. It is a fair deal after all captures. That's good. Backs off. It is ideal. This activates a rook by getting it to the 7th rank and also restricts the opponent's king. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This moves the queen to safety. It is best. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. Both players navigated the middle game well. This threatens to play checkmate. There was only one good move in that position. It is a mistake. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. Both players navigated the middle game well.